All right, welcome back to Morning at 10 TV, and we're delving into our Kickstarter conversation this morning. So the Inspector of Vehicles, Mr. Emmanuel Aletti, has ruled that all the drivers of YY coaches at Mbale-based bus company need retraining. Aletti came after several of the drivers failed a basic skill test that, among others, looked at road signs. This was during an assessment of all the company's fleet of buses, which happened yesterday. So let's take a look at that particular story before we sample out your views on whether or not inspection is what is needed to stop road carnage.
For 2 days now, the Inspectorate of Vehicles at Naguru headquarters has been inspecting the fleet of buses belonging to YY coaches. The decision to inspect these buses follows 4 separate traffic accidents involving the bus company in less than 2 weeks. The latest happened in Soroti on Wednesday, which claimed 1 person, leaving another seriously injured.
What we did was we called for the vehicles, and they were able to avail 3 and promised to send more like today, of which I think very soon I'm going to receive some of them.
The inspection saw the inspectorate check the condition of each vehicle as well as the skill level of the drivers. The vehicles were found to be sound, whereas the drivers were found wanting in their skills.
On the side of the operators, the drivers, there are so many loopholes I have detected, more especially the knowledge of traffic regulations is not so adequate enough. I would actually recommend these people to go through refresher courses so that they upgrade their skills.
About 14 people have lost their lives and many others injured in accidents involving the bus company that mainly plies eastern Uganda. The Inspectorate, which also licenses buses, is part of the Ministry of Works and Transport. A spokesperson of the ministry says they are now waiting for a police report before taking action.
It's not just a matter of saying that this is enough, but you realize one is that the country at large still needs big carriers like buses. We need them on our roads. The most important thing right now is to look at the challenges that YY coaches is having to establish whether they can still actually be on the road. If they can still be on the road, what are those challenges that can be fixed?
So on social media, we are asking you, does the YY bus inspection provide a lasting solution to road carnage in the country? What else needs to be done to reduce on-road accidents is the question we are asking you. We are hashtag Morning at 10 TV across all the social media platforms. You can engage with us on Facebook and YouTube alike, and also stream us live on Facebook, yes, NTV Uganda, and also on YouTube, NTV Uganda. Let's get straight into your responses this morning. And on Facebook, I do have Mr. Henry. Yes, my touch screen is missing. Yes, now we have it. Mr. Henry Amuti Businje. You're saying in Tanzania, the buses have speed limits. The buses are installed with an alarm that sounds every time it exceeds a certain speed, notifying the bus managers and police, which has helped reduce bus accidents. He says in Uganda, police and bus managers are only notified when the bus gets an accident. Thank you so much, Henry, for your views this morning. Still sticking to Facebook, Nelly Jack Jones. You're saying no, it doesn't. All we need to do is first kick them out of business until they learn how to entrust people's lives to professional drivers who will take people's lives so preciously. Thank you so much, Nelly, for your views. Still on Facebook, I do have Wabuyi Dennis. You're saying YY is not the most accident-prone company, vehicle company or bus company. In fact, if you analyze the various occurrences, they're mostly on the right, but the roads are narrow. And Construction forever. Yes, he's saying that the construction needs to be checked. And we also have lunatic taxi drivers who will keep driving recklessly and crashing into trailers or knocking each other. The solution is in minimizing casualties by implementing the much revered seat belt rules. John Reza, still on Facebook, but our roads are also a problem to us drivers and all the users. Why can't we look at that also? Not to always sing the only song, reckless driving. Let's also investigate the roads in principles, a government's obligation. Thank you so much, John, for your views. Keep them coming. Hashtag Morning at 10 TV. Abaho Remi, you're saying most accidents are caused by human error, not poor mechanical conditions of vehicles. He's saying we simply need to check our discipline on the road as drivers. Still sticking to Facebook, thank you so much for your views. Odwi Sam, you're saying, what are the causes of accidents in the first place? Taking into account that no one needs them, let me enumerate them here. Thank you so much for your detailed kind of comment. You're saying fatigue, vehicles in DMC, inexperience, poor road design, failure to perform pre-trip inspections, novice drivers, you say, internal and external obstructions, poor road design again, yes, inattention, poor visibility, poor overtaking, the weather is also a factor, drunkenness, overspeeding, lack of driver curriculum. Most driving schools, you're saying, lack this. The list is quite long. Road safety begins with the road users themselves. Government has tried its best to, among other things, screen bus drivers and also issue them with identity badges. This seems not to be working. You're saying, thank you so much for taking your time to give us that particular detailed comment. Let me get into Twitter at Saidi Alv. You're saying speed is something that they have failed to maintain. All right, still on Twitter at Mohumza Paul 10. You're saying corrupt traffic officers who let vehicles in poor state pass their checkpoints are the people responsible. I don't think the president is responsible for such acts. I think Ugandans should be patriotic, not to always blame the government. Coming there so strongly in defense of what government can do to help us fight road accidents. Kelly Elvis on Facebook is saying let them insert cameras to watch drivers and to record their attitudes when they are driving and to the speed he was driving at. Thank you so much, Kelly Elvis. Henry on Facebook, you're telling me this bus companies should hire enough drivers to cover their operations because these guys make a lot of return journeys. So fatigue, you're saying, is a key factor as well to contributing, that contributes to the increasing number of road accidents that you're seeing on our roads. Emmanuel Ederu, thank you so much for your views. Keep them coming. Hashtag Morning at NTV. All we need is a national public transport system. Our government it doesn't care about its citizens, because when you critically look at the laws passed, they are aimed at enriching themselves but not the good of the wananchi. Thank you so much, Ederu, for your comments this morning. Keep them coming. Hashtag Morning at NTV. As I said, we also have James on Facebook. Uganda systems work after calamities. Look at recruiting agencies. How many people have lost their lives, got disabled for life until Honorable Namboze stood up? Even the minister was refuting. Now, for the transport system, the same story until they pretty much they get lost in the carnage, that they will implement the traffic laws. Lawrence Okidi, you're talking to me this morning. You're saying other than instituting inspections, strict regulations on the companies, all corners should have climbing lanes and one sloping lane. If our road traffic was high, yes, then having 2 lanes on either side, actually with a barrier in the middle, would have been the best. Lastly, maybe we should allow drivers also drive for a maximum of 8 to 10 hours a day, you say. Keep your comments coming. #morning at NTV. Douglas Kafumbe, you're telling me, who inspects buses assembled in Chisenyi? Do we have a credible institution that inspects these buses before they hit the road? Just asking Ministry of Works and Transport plus Traffic Police Department. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We're asking you what more can be done to make sure that we fight road carnage in Uganda, and if inspection is enough, inspecting these particular buses or retraining the drivers is enough a bullet for us to make sure that this is averted. On Facebook, actually on Twitter, Yiga Dennis 6, you're saying credible and licensed drivers, more to that. Refresher driving courses, I think you're saying they're pertinent. Let's look at Facebook. Omodeng Julius, you're telling me the road itself is in a bad condition. Quite a number of you are saying that, you know what, the roads also are narrow, they need to be checked as well, the infrastructure. Others are saying that it's human error that is leading to all this. On Twitter, Jasper Nilok, you're telling me prevention is far better than cure. Constant inspection for all vehicles. Why do the accidents have to happen for people to open their eyes? So you're saying that you need to make sure that these inspections are constant and that you just don't, wake up when we are having accidents on our roads. Lastly, let me look at what Kenneth Kakonge is telling me. Strip them of their licenses to operate forever. The conversation continues on our social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, #morning at NTV. We are also streaming live on Facebook and YouTube pages. Just search for NTV Uganda and you'll find the Morning at NTV live stream right there. At this point in time, I'd like to link to Stephen Bida to tell you how the roads look like. He's in Chengera. Thank you so much, Stephen. Good morning.
Good morning once again, Mala. Yes, indeed, this is Chengera, and of course, this Chengera is along Masaka Road, one of the roads that have so many accidents, road accidents that happen in almost every spot where you go. Like, for example, Nabingo, Mpambire, Mpiji, and the rest of the areas like Katonga as you drive towards Rueda. But here, via traffic business, just know that for the people coming from Buddo, Nakasozi, Sanji, and the rest of the areas, as you drive towards Chengera, I'm telling you, you're going to be finding it really, really hard, because of course it's only one alternative that you have is just going through that side of Bugdo and connect to Kaboja, Kasenge, and then towards Natete. That will be only the alternative route. But for now, if you try to go through Chengera here, you're going to be finding a dead flow of traffic because many vehicles are using 2 lanes, but almost you move for 1 minute and then you have to stop for another 3 to 5 without moving ahead. Like here, just at the trading center or the Chengera Town Council, you'll be finding here that you'll be losing almost 30 minutes between Nakasozi, that's at the turn leading you towards Wudo culture sites there, and the Kurukade, Chengera Kurukade. If you know this area, just know that it's not going to be less than 30 minutes of your waiting time before you connect towards the papyrus plantation that is leading you towards Zibusega. I am on the van here out moving, but you can still see that vehicles are all piled one after the other as you head towards Busega. And also that side, if you're coming from Mugongo, for those who are used to this place, Mugongo is the road that gets off the Kasanje Road, joining Chengera. Still there, you're going to be finding the delay. So, of course, the only alternative you have is just continue with the other side of Kurukade, that is the road linking you from Chinawa, Kasenge, also joining the traffic lights of Natete, because here, as I've told you, there is almost no flow because you wait longer as you connect towards the city direction. And now I have to remind you that you have to maintain your lane, because if you go out of your lane, the scouts of NTV, Daily Monitor and KFM will be just exposing you for violating the traffic regulations. So better be sure that you maintain that lane, otherwise you may get an express penalty once police, of course traffic police, sees that you are violating the traffic rules after exposing your number plate there. This is Stephen Mbide coming to you live from Chengera Town Council, giving you the traffic update here. I wish you a safe journey and a good day. Bye-bye for now, and take you back to studio for Mala to give you more relevant information on morning at NTV. Keep it here.
Offense?